All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. So, the word for today, and I missed you yesterday. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. Let's just talk about this just a minute. You ever had that time where you got everything prepared? Thank goodness for partners. I had everything prepared, sent my notes in yesterday, ready to get on the call, and then the company called me, and I had to jump on a call at the last minute. Just blew my day up. Blew my day up. So, but I missed you, and but I loved it. And Andrew Rosser, thanks for jumping in and saving the day for me on that. So the word for today is serve. Andrea served yesterday by jumping in and doing the coach's corner. But just wanted to talk to you a little bit today, on this word. I love it. I, you know, as I was thinking about this word last night, I've always said kind of, and this really, I guess, a little bit today is kind of just a conversation piece with you about me. But I've always said, when that dash is over in my life, I always want to coach on the tombstone. It's like, what do you want to be referred to as? Coach. And then I got to thinking about the word serve, and I thought, you know what? What a perfect word to be remembered as. If you could be the person that when they said, what do you think of when you think of Brent or Andrea or Myra or Alan White? And they said, you know what? Just a person, that person served. They spent their life serving others. I thought, what a huge statement to be surrounding your name, And if you look at the definition, it's to perform duties or serve for another person. Um, and then I went to a quote. Martin Luther King said it the best. Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. And I'll never forget Anthony Moreland. You'll remember when we started this new company, Anthony asked me something about, I want to go to the top, right? And we were talking. I said, we just got to serve others. Like if we find ourselves serving others, everything will follow. The money will follow. The accolades will follow. The rank advancements will follow. Everything always follows service. And Jesus really laid that great example for us, didn't he? When he walked this earth, what did he do? He washed feet. He broke bread with people. He made sure people ate before he did. Um, he fed the poor, but he also broke bread with the rich. Like he didn't care. He just went and he served. He found himself serving others every day of his life. And what an example. And so I want to show this book to you. I'm going to give this book away at the end. But when I looked at the word serve, I thought about this book. It's a great read if you've never read it. Living Fulfilled, The Infectious Joy of Serving Others. And this lady, she was a young girl from Alabama, actually, very poor family, grew up poor, not any money, but the values that was created in her family was all around serving others. And that's what this book is about. It's kind of a journal of her life. And I want to give that away to somebody at the end. It's very hard to find. It's usually sold out. So we will find this book. And I want to leave you with this and turn it with Coach. And it goes back to, ways that me and you can serve other people and just live a life of serving. Number one is to donate our time, donate our money, donate our resources, donate our listening skills. It's about finding ways and avenues to go through our day and as my mentor always says, when the opportunity arises, step up in the opportunity, right? It might be at the grocery line. Crazy enough for me, it was on the way down on this trip. I was actually on the phone. I walked into a convenient store. And there was a gentleman there that asked, could I, for some food. And I reached out to give him some money. This was just night before last, about 9 o'clock at night in Montgomery, Alabama. I reached out to give him some money for food. And I said, just come on in and get you something. And he said, they won't let me in. And it's like, I said, that's the moment. So went in, got some chicken fingers, some Gatorade, some water, came out but I thought, how many times have I went past that moment, didn't step up to serve? So resources, listening. Number two, feed the hungry. But here's what I want us to really think about when we're talking about serving and feeding the hungry. Yeah, feed the hungry, the people in need. But how about the people in our community that just need to break bread with us? They need that community. They need that interaction. Coach Myra, you do a great job in your community of getting the people around you to just come. It's not that they're starving to death, but there's power behind feeding. And a lot of times when we say feed the hungry, it could be just feeding what they need over breaking bread, that communion, that time, that listening, that talking that creates the biggest difference. Number three, mentor. A way you can serve is be a mentor. Learn with the intent to teach. Like we've all got skills. Like I looking at Alan White right now. I wished I had the skills with concrete that he has. So I'm not putting this on him today. Maybe it is, but it's like, okay, how could he use that skill to serve? Could he be a mentor to a young person going up to throw those talents to that young? He's probably already doing that. And then the last is, and I went over. I'm sorry, Mike. Goes back to your skills, your passions, your skills and your passions that you've created over this life was meant to be shared. God really wants us to share that. He wants us to find ways to share our skill and our passion. And at the end of the day, if we do that, again, we're committing those acts of service and serving others. So, Coach, I'll turn it to you. This was a great word for me today.
Thank you, Coach Palmer. And I did want to tell Coach Niblett this morning that one of my should-haves I did yesterday. So I'm hopefully going to have good feedback today. So anyway, thank you for putting that out there. Thank y'all for being here today. This was we talk about serving a lot, and Brent and Andrea don't get enough credit, and all you guys don't get enough credit for their service to others is amazing. So I watch and learn from them every single day. But I got a little excited today. I just went in a whole nother area, but it was all about service. And maybe it'll be a little entertaining. I'm not a great storyteller, but this intrigued me. So just hang in there with me. I'm going to go as fast as I can to get us finished on time. So I hope that you get something out of my message this morning. Let me ask you this. What are you doing? I'm looking at this screen right here. We've got almost 60 people this morning. Thank goodness and praise God. What are we doing? What are you doing to help the person next to you on that screen? What are you doing to help the person? That person that might be struggling. And if you don't know them, what are you doing to help a family or a friend if they've lost their way? Just like Coach said, his example was perfect. Gosh, have I been guilty of walking by opportunities, to serve and help others. But let me ask you, what are you doing to help others? Shouldn't one of the reasons that we look forward to waking up every single day be that we have an opportunity to serve and help someone? It really should. It should be one of our biggest highlights of the day, to open our eyes, to be thankful for another day. Yay, we get another opportunity to help and serve others. Now, this is where I'm kind of going in a different direction. And maybe y'all think I'm crazy because I like this show, but have y'all watched the show Deadliest Catch? I mean, that show just mesmerizes me. I don't know why, because it's kind of bad and awful sometimes. But Deadliest Catch, for y'all that don't know it, it's different ships that go out into the Bering Sea, which this sea is very, very rough and brutal. But I think it may be one of the largest areas in the world to catch crab. So just kind of setting the stage with you on this show. Well, there are, I think they said 4 or 5 different ships on this show that go out that have cameras on them, and they draw footage from every single day that they're out there. Well, and there's also a lot more out there that don't have the cameras, but they're out there working and hustling to try to feed their families. So there was this one episode, it was a horrible storm. So it was, you look at it and think the normal day for them is a horrible storm to me, but this was one that was a horrible, horrific storm for them. So what they had to do is they had to batten the hatches. And one of the main things they do is they have to secure the pots. Well, what the pots are the cages that they catch all this crab in. Okay. So they do all that. And once secured, they're just going to ride the storm out and let it pass. Well, there are several other ships out there on this one episode in the Bering Sea that don't have cameras. So what this crew did on this one specific boat is they moved there. It just so happened there was a boat pretty close to them. So they started filming on that. Well, on this ship, there was a man that got out. He had to get out of the ship on the side, and he scaled down the side of that boat to secure the pots. Well, then all of a sudden, guess what happened? A monster wave hits that boat on the side. And what happens? He gets wiped out. He disappears. Well, immediately, the captain of the ship that has the cameras on it, they start screaming. Everybody on that ship starts screaming, man overboard, man overboard. And you got to understand something now. These boats hate each other. They'll lie to each other. They try to sabotage each other because they are out there for one reason. They are trying to feed their families and get the biggest catch. So these are people that they can't stand each other during the normal day. But this crew is screaming, man overboard, man overboard. They turn their ship to where they think this guy is going to come out and surface. Well, sure enough, he does. But let me backtrack a little bit on the Bering Sea. Not only is it brutal, it is unbelievably cold. And if you are in that water for more than a minute and a half, you will die of hypothermia. So they get to the guy, they pick him out of that water, they immediately strip his clothes off of him because he's soaking wet, wrap him up in blankets. Again, this is somebody they hate, they go against every day. Wrap him in warmth, get him down. Well, they get him all wrapped up. And now the captain, and he's the main rascal on these boats. If you watch that show, they're the main rascals on these boats. He comes down to this guy that they've rescued out of the water. Everybody's around. Of course, it's all on camera. You can see it. It's on TV. And what he does is he picks this young man up and hugs him as if it's his own son. It got so emotional for everybody on that ship. Every single person was touched by this in a way that I know I'll never forget. You got to keep in mind now, these cameras are rolling and it's recording all this. Well, when that captain came down there, nothing in his mind had anything to do with rivalry, deceit, anything. It was all about helping and serving when they did that. So much stress and emotion was on that day that I'm sure every single person, and when we help others and serve others, I think we have that same feeling in a way. It's not as dramatic, but I think probably every single person that was a part of that event walked away probably feeling more fulfilled than they had ever felt on bringing in the biggest catch. Don't we all want to feel that 100%? pure fulfillment in our lives? Yes. Again, we wake up every day and it's an opportunity to do that. Servanthood is an invisible attitude of the heart. I'm going to leave you with this. It's a quote from Charles Lent. I don't want to live in the kind of world where we don't look out for each other. Not just the people that are close to us, but anybody who needs a helping hand. I can't change the way anybody else thinks or what they choose to do, but I can do my bit. How powerful is that? So I challenge you today, even those competitors that even sometimes we've been guilty of trying to sabotage, that's an opportunity. You never know when your opportunity is going to present itself, but I think that that's human nature. And when the captain and all that crew decided to go help one of their fiercest competitors, I think that's just true human interaction. So thank y'all so much for being patient with me today. I usually try to get it done in a few minutes, but I went a little bit overboard, but I just thought the message and the story was powerful for us all today, especially for me. So I love y'all. Look forward to seeing you in the morning.
Super powerful. Wow. Yeah. That was powerful. Thank you, Coach, for that. Guys, I want to hit it. Let's give away, Andrew, if you're good with that. Let's give away a book. Let's give away this serve. It'll bless somebody.
So
It's
we're
right
gonna
here.
hunt for it. I hunted for it a little bit. I haven't been able to find it. So give away maybe
It's
just
a hard
few and I'll
it's a
hunt
hard
for it.
book to give away. Type in serve in the comments. Let's roll. Let's see who gets it. Yes. You can like, comment, and share if you're on Facebook. We'll find you and give somebody a winner there too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Who we got?
Tracy Kennedy.
Tracy, all right.
Great job. All right.
Congratulations, Tracy.
We will find it. Be patient with us. We got a hunt for this one. It's a great read. But love you guys. We're grateful for you. Let's go out and serve somebody today. Let's find somebody
Bye, guys.
and serve them. Have a good one.
See ya.
Great
Thank
message,
you.
Coach.
Great
Bye-bye.
work.
Thanks,
Thank you,
coaches.
guys.
Thank
you,
Thank you, coaches.